Owie. Will Claire be okay? She'll be okay, but she bleeds for a long time when she gets cut because she has a bleeding disorder called hemophilia. So, hemophilia makes you bleed a lot? That's right, Henry. Can it be fixed? No, but you can take medicine that helps the bleeding stop faster. Sadly, we haven't found an effective one yet. To stop bleeding episodes such as this one, use our short bleed infusion. There are 3 different types of hemophilia: hemophilia A, hemophilia B, and hemophilia C. However, hemophilia A is the most common out of all of them. According to the CDC, this disorder is found in about 1 out of every 5,000 male births. This can also affect girls at birth, but is less common. Hemophilia affects people of every different race and background. It is a genetically inherited disease that is caused by a mutation or change in one of the genes that provides instructions for making the clotting factor proteins needed to form a blood clot. The disorder is carried in the X chromosome of your DNA. Boys get 1 X chromosome from their mom and 1 Y chromosome from their dad. Girls get 1 X chromosome from their mom and 1 X chromosome from their dad. The outcome of each pregnancy from a carrier of hemophilia is either a boy that has hemophilia, a boy that does not have hemophilia, a girl that is a carrier of hemophilia, or a girl that is not a carrier of hemophilia. You will know if you have hemophilia if you bleed longer than other people, like Claire was when she scraped her knee. Other common symptoms include bleeding in joints, which can cause swelling, pain, and tightness, bleeding in skin, excessive bleeding after losing a tooth, excessive bleeding after getting a shot, or blood in the urine or stool. If you are a male, another symptom could be excessive bleeding after circumcision. If you are female, more symptoms could include heavy periods or complications during childbirth. There are many other symptoms, such as sudden severe headache, neck pain, seeing double, repeated vomiting, or sudden pain, swelling, and warmth in the muscles of the arms and legs. Hemophilia mainly affects the blood, and therefore the cardiovascular system. The cardiovascular system pumps blood throughout the body, so when the wound is not closed correctly, symptoms of hemophilia may occur. This affects the cardiovascular system because there is less of a specific clotting factor, making hemophiliacs' blood different than normal people's blood. The cardiovascular system functions with the skeletal system because the platelets, found in bone marrow, work with the blood cells and clotting factors, which are part of the cardiovascular system, to help form a blood clot on a wound. So when hemophilia causes there to be less clotting factors in the bloodstream, the wound takes longer to clot. However, there are many other body systems that hemophilia affects because of the symptoms. One example of this is when your immune system develops an antibody, called an inhibitor, that stops the clotting factors from being able to clot the blood and stop bleeding. From the symptoms, all of the body systems that hemophilia can possibly affect include the muscular, skeletal, reproductive, cardiovascular, integumentary, excretory, digestive, and nervous systems. In general, hemophilia affects people because they bleed longer than normal people. Additionally, hemophiliacs have to take certain precautions that normal people don't have to take. However, there are medications that help with this. There are different kinds of treatments for hemophilia. These treatments include a plasma-derived factor made from human plasma, recombinant factor products that are developed in a lab through the use of DNA technology, non-factor replacement therapies such as laboratory-made protein that takes the place of key clotting factors, DDAVP, or desmopressin acetate, which is a hormone that helps stop bleeding, and aminocaproic acid, which helps prevent blood clots from breaking down. Most of these medications can be injected, but some can come in the form of a nasal spray, a tablet, or liquid. If you are going to get a blood transfusion, you may want to get immunized against hepatitis A and B, because the transfusion blood could be carrying it. That is, unless you use our short bleed, a non-factor replacement therapy that helps with hemophilia A, or classic hemophilia. However, it doesn't help with hemophilia B, otherwise known as Christmas disease or royal disease, or hemophilia C. Short bleed will not only prevent viruses carried in the blood, but it also takes the place of the clotting factor VIII. Hemophilia's effects on society today vary based on the severity of the condition. Although this condition can be an imposition, hemophiliacs should enact the recommended rules. Avoid playing a lot of contact sports. Avoid certain medications that your doctor tells you to. Have good hygiene. Be cautious. Have a first aid kit with bandages, gauze, and ice packs. But also, have fortitude. Talk to your doctor today so that you know whether short bleed is for you or not. That way, you can get right back up and resume your activity.